So, a brief overview of what we are covering today would be the ingredients, so things you need for this project, setup, basically how to do it, shooting, what goes into making the shots, and then After Effects, taking your finished product and converting it to a movie. Here is a quick list of the items you will need to make your time lapse with the GoPro. Okay. So here we have the necessary equipment to film our time lapse. We have our timer, we have our GoPro mount. The adhesive mount comes in a couple options. This one comes standard with your camera, or the surf mount can be bought separately. Both will work. And then you have your GoPro camera and your housing that comes with your camera. So what I did was took a standard kitchen timer and some glue and some pieces of balsa wood to make a platform for my camera to either mount like this on top or pull off the adhesive and mount it like that. You'll crank your time for however long you want to time lapse. Now, to go through your different options for time lapsing, assuming you had read your instruction manual with your camera, you should know the basics of navigating through the menus and the camera options. So from the power button, you cycle through your modes to go through to your settings. Now from settings, you'll select and cycle through until you get to your time-lapse settings. And from here, you'll go ahead and select if you want to do a time lapse every 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, or as low as half a second. So I'm going to do this time lapse for every 2 seconds. We'll select that and we will exit our menu. Now from here, once you get your camera set up to time lapse and the amount of time that you want to time lapse, you'll take your camera, put it in your skeleton housing, take off your adhesive for your mount, of course, put your camera into the adhesive mount, and then mount it to your timer. And next we will go out and shoot to show you a panoramic time lapse where the camera rotates a full 180 degrees for a 30-minute time lapse. So now you need to import your pictures directly into Cineform from the camera to begin adding any After Effects and give your time lapse that cinematic effect. So in order to first import your pictures, make sure you have downloaded the Cineform software. In the top left, you'll be clicking on Import New Files. From here you will select the files from the camera that you want to import. After doing that, you're going to click on Advanced Settings at the bottom left. You see it down there at the bottom left. Click that, and up at the top there will be a drop box that comes down that gives you the options to select the image size. For your image size, you're going to select 1080p to give you high definition. Click 1080p and then click OK, and this will get your image size selected for your time lapse. After selecting image size and 1080p, you're going to add this now to the conversion list. This can be found at the bottom right of the software. Then after adding your clip to the conversion list, you will click Convert right next to that button, and your video will be processed as a time-lapse feature. And from here on out, you now have a new time-lapse that is panoramic, and here is a sample of what my time-lapse looked like. Thank you for watching.
Daydream, I fell asleep amid the flowers for a couple of hours.